My brothers and sisters, it's good to be with you to celebrate this Mass today. Last month, when I celebrated Mass here at Catholic TV, I offered the Mass for a little girl, Christina Dangond, who had cancer. Well, our Christina now rests in the Father's house. I celebrated her funeral Mass on January 26th, the Feast of the Companions of St. Paul, Timothy, and Titus. I like to call her a little companion of St. Paul. In her brief, short life, she taught me as a priest many things as I walked with her and her family during the time that she had cancer for 5 years. She taught me much how to live in the moment and how to seek God's will, even as a young child, as she witnessed this to me. Let me share with you a couple of little instances that maybe exemplify that. One day, her mother, Monica, asked her, "Christina, what would be your perfect day?" And the mother had expected that Christina might say something like, "A perfect day for me would be when I have no more cancer." Or the perfect day for me would be when I stop my chemotherapy treatments, and I assure you, they were many for her. Or the perfect day would be when I get my hair back. You can imagine a 10, 11-year-old girl at this time who was suffering maybe just because she didn't have hair and she had not had it for so long. But that's not the answers that she gave. After her mother asked her, she paused for a moment and she said, "The perfect day would be when I truly know that I did perfectly all that God wanted me to do in that day." I mean, that is so moving. A little girl at such an age to say something so attuned to the will of God. Another point in her life, toward the end, she said to her mother, they were doing their daily prayers, and she said, "Could I add a prayer? Could I add a prayer to our usual prayers today?" And her mother said, "Of course, Christy. What would you like to pray for?" And she said, "I want to tell God that He can do whatever He wants with my life." How beautiful if all of us could just have that prayer on our lips, that talking to God. I want to tell God that He can do whatever He wants with my life. And finally, one day she said to her mother, "When I get to heaven, I have so many questions for God. But of course, when I get there, I will be so happy. When I see Him, I will forget all of my questions." Well, today, again, we say, Christina, may you rest forever in the embrace of your loving Father in heaven. I trust that you are so happy right now that you have forgot all of your questions, but you understand the great lessons that you have given now to me and to your family and to your friends and to so many who have been touched by your life. Thank you, Lord Jesus Christ, for the life of this little companion of St. Paul, Christina.